Accurate local forecast starts now with Chief Meteorologist Eric Finkenbinder.
Welcome back, everyone. We're here at the Mid-Atlantic Fruit and Vegetable Convention. Always happening in the wintertime, too. I figured it out. You know, it's too early to do it in December. Still trying to catch up from the long growing season. And if you're trying to have this in March, it's too late. So one time, perhaps the hands are the cleanest, probably the middle of winter when we have a chance to get a break and just talk to a lot of other people in the industry. I'm with Brad Hollaball. Hollaball's Farm Market. Many of us are familiar with that in Adams County, of course, Apple Country. Why is this convention so important?
It's so critical to keep up with ongoing education in every venue of our horticultural endeavors. I mean, it's a great collaboration between several of the main hort groups in Pennsylvania and the surrounding states, and we learn about everything from orchard systems to insects, fungi, and everything in between.
And I learned a lot about that too. And you're not just drawing from neighboring states. I've talked to people from across the country. So this is a very big convention for fruit and vegetable growers.
Yeah, we have a normal draw from the Mid-Atlantic region, but we often have quite a few people from New York State, New England, Canada, as you mentioned, and really across the country, really. They come in from all areas, but it's primarily Mid-Atlantic region.
Yeah, and I tell you what, this was just a great learning experience for myself. Brad, thank you, and you can get out and enjoy. I appreciate everything that you do. I want to talk a little bit more about a changing climate. That's why we were here a little bit earlier, and things that we're beginning to see changing during that growing season, how we can maybe adapt to some of those changes too. And let's talk a little bit more about it too. So instead of talking about the growing season, let's stick it closer to what we are experiencing now. So January, the last 50 years, we've seen the average high temperature warm about 4 degrees. And this week is a prime example. This is now the middle of winter, and we're just a little bit above average. We're not dropping below freezing at night. The average low right now should be about 22, and that's not happening. But why are we cool and not cold? Well, right now we have a northwest flow, and most of this week it's northwest. So let's go up to Canada, where we would normally see that cold air draining south. Canada is actually experiencing mild conditions. So if we can't access the cold because it's not cold across the northwest, that's why we're not seeing much cold air locally. So really we've had 1 week in January that we were chilly, which by the way, January was to date the 4th wettest January on record. A lot of us could say, yep, it certainly was wet. So here's what we're showing you, some of the monthly records. Winter is the fastest warming season for us here in the Mid-Atlantic. I always want to see that to await Christmas. It's really tough, a really challenge to get snow before Christmas. That our best chances, even when we do get snow, that snow cover doesn't stick around. So really, everything that we're seeing changing was our January as we're back to milder conditions. So for the most part, there certainly is a challenge moving forward, especially in the summertime too. Some of our warmest summers and warmest years have been over the last couple of years. So just want to quickly show you Wormleysburg. That's because of the river, which is still running a little bit high right now, and it will for the next day and a half. I want to show in our precision cast where we keep the clouds around as we just move into the next couple of days. Overall, it's quiet. But 7-day forecast. Moving into February, Dennis and Alicia, we stay quiet, we stay a little bit above average, and here's the good news, Saturday and Sunday, not only are we mild, but we actually get a chance to enjoy a little bit of sunshine. So the farmer is getting a bit of a break now before we gear up for another season here in just a few short months. We'll send it back to you.